All right, category D, steering, skill D3, steering wheel position. So what does ICBC say? Turn your front wheels in the appropriate direction when parked on a hill. Do not initiate a turn with one hand on the inside of the steering wheel. So what we say is when parked on a hill, turn your steering wheel all the way to the right unless you're facing uphill and you're parked beside a real curb. Okay, so real curb is the ones where the road is here and then there is a noticeable ledge to that curb here. Okay, something that if you're parked uphill and you angle to the left and the car rolls back, the right wheel has something to catch on to and hold your car in place. Okay, so if you don't have a real ledge here, then this is kind of like a soft curb or a fake curb, whatever this is. Okay, this is not a curb. So in this case, whether you're facing uphill or downhill, you would steer all the way over to the right. And on a road where there is no curb at all, there's just like, let's say, gravel or grass is someone's lawn here, and there's no ledge here, then you still steer over to the right. Okay, so think of it, the best way to remember it is always steering over to the right if you're parked on a hill, unless you're facing uphill, there's a real curb beside you, then in that case you steer over to the left. Okay, now it's interesting that they've decided to bundle this steering wheel position all into the same thing. They're talking about hill parking, and they're also talking about not turning the steering with one hand on the inside of the steering wheel. So there's a couple of things there. So inside of the steering wheel is sometimes, imagine this is the steering wheel, people grab from inside the wheel and then they turn. Okay, that is not a correct steering wheel position. Your hands need to always be on the outside of the steering wheel, and this is a safety thing because your hands can lock, and if on the off chance that the airbag deploys, your hand is here, it's gonna shatter your hand or your bones as it's, you know, inflating. And along the same lines, don't palm the steering wheel, right? So none of this palming of the steering wheel, so you don't want to turn with just one hand. Okay, so always turn the steering wheel with two hands so that you don't get marked for this D3.